welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use half steps to build major and minor triads in root position. Now that sounds a lot more complex than it really is, but it's a very simple thing to do. But before we move on, there are a couple of things you're going to need to know. The first, you're going to need to know your notes of the piano keyboard. That's the white notes and the black notes, your sharps and flats. So get familiar with that by going back and watching my video on notes of the piano keyboard. The second thing you're going to need to know is what half steps are. So you can go back and watch my video on half steps and whole steps. You don't really need to know whole steps to do this part, but it's a good idea to know what your whole steps are too. So get brushed up on those two things, and then we'll meet you right back here and start building some major and minor triads. Okay, so before we get started, let's talk about a couple of things really quick. What is a chord? A chord is just 3 or more notes played together at the same time. That's a chord, that's a chord, all right? And a triad is just a chord with 3 notes in it. Tri, 3, triad, chord with 3 notes. We're going to be building major and minor triads in root position. Root position just means whatever the name of the chord is, that's the note you're going to be starting on. So we're going to build a C major triad in root position, which means that we'll be starting on C. So let's go ahead and build that C major triad in root position. It's a C major triad, so we're going to be starting on the note C, and that's our root. The root is whatever the name of the chord is. Now we need to find the other 2 missing notes in our triad, and we're going to use a half-step formula for building major triads in root position. And it goes like this: root, 4, 3. So we have our root, and from there we just count up 4 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from there we finish it off with 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. That is a C major triad in root position. C is the root, and that's your starting place. Now when you build the half steps, remember, this note does not count as 1. 1 note does not count as a step, so you need to actually count the half steps, 4, and then finish it off with 3. And that's the formula for building major chords in root position. Let's build an F major triad in root position. It's an F major triad, so F is our starting note, and that's the root. Same formula, 4 half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and finish it off with 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3. F major triad in root position. Now I don't want you to think that just every other white note automatically means major chord. All right? You need to apply the formula no matter what note you start on. I'll show you. Let's build a D major triad in root position. So our starting note is D, that's the root. Go up 4 half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from there, finish it off with 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3. And that's a D major triad in root position. See, we have an F sharp in there. D major triad in root position. To build a minor chord in root position, it's the same exact concept, except the formula changes slightly. So instead of a root 4, 3 that you would use to build a major triad, you use root 3, 4 to build a minor triad. I'll show you. C minor triad in root position. We're going to start on C, that's the root. So we count up 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3. And then from there we count up 4 half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a C minor triad in root position. Let's build an F minor triad in root position. F minor triad, start on F. F is the root. We count up 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3. Finish it off with 4 half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there is an F minor triad in root position. How about a D minor triad in root position? We start on D, that's the root. We go up 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3, and finish it off with 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. D minor triad in root position. And that's really all there is to it. To build a major triad in root position, you just go root 4, 3. To build a minor triad in root position, you just go root 3, 4. And you can use that formula starting anywhere on the piano keyboard, any note. And if you stick to those formulas, you should be able to successfully build major and minor triads. Now go practice those, and when you feel like you have a really good handle on how to build those triads, Come right back here and we'll talk about inversions.